We playing 21 blow or what?
Crosby, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball.
But touchdown, Packers! You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. He's to the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Packers pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
This shit over with, bro. This shit bad. I mean,
Got to give credit to the defense.
hit his ass.
Making it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. But he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. Touchdown! That's caught. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are pouring it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll. Now Crosby for the point after. And this will be good. Off the right upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. for the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. He coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so much.
We making niggas cough it up, homie.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player,
We making niggas cough it up, bro.
every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. The give is to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On fourth down, Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's a tight end, Kenyon. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. A give to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Stafford on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it here. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second down, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came in this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down. Yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot before break. Stafford will let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
These 2 teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Second down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some room to run now. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points. Crosby with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Cup. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for L.A. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Stafford. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Out of the gun, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 51 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return is Brandon Powell. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This is caught. It's Woods. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dean Lowry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Rodgers throwing here. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. And it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to